Okay, I am going to now show you an example, but I don't want you to write this down. I only want you to watch. So that way, as I'm going through the steps, you can kind of see what the different steps are. Okay, so today, they will have a common denominator because I don't want you to have to do two things. This is a hard enough concept. So I just want you to watch and read the steps with me. So look at your notebook and read the steps with me so that way you can see, okay, that's what she means by this step. This is, like I said, one of the harder things that you will do this year. Today, you will have a common denominator. So it says, do the regular steps for subtracting fractions. Do we know how to subtract fractions? Yeah. Okay, so let me show you. So let's say I have 5 and 4/5. Oh no, sorry. 5 and 1/3 minus 1 and 2/3. So we already have a common denominator. That is step number 1. Step number 2 says you cannot subtract the numerators. Can you do 1 minus 2? No. If you have 1 apple, can you give me 2? No. Now, yesterday when we talked about this, I said you won't have that yesterday. And I kept saying yesterday,
yeah.
Can you subtract the numerators? In this case, can you subtract them?
No.
So this is what you have to do. I call it the rainbow. So it says, borrow from the whole number, subtract 1 from the whole number. That's what I mean. Borrow from the whole number. My whole number is a 5. I borrow from it. That means you just take away 1. So what is 5 minus 1?
4.
Okay. That was an easy step. I saw, okay, Miss Sanders, I got a common denominator, okay? Oh, but I can't do 1 minus 2. Borrow from the whole number. 5 minus 1 is 4. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay, we borrowed from the whole number. How I like to think of this, you went in the fridge, you see 5 pizza boxes, you grabbed 1 out of the fridge, and you put it on the table. Now you have 4 left in the fridge, right? Doesn't that make sense? You opened up your fridge and you're like, sweet, I got 5 pizza boxes. Let me just take 1. I'm not going to be greedy because Miss Sanders would eat quite a lot. So I'm going to take 1 pizza box and set it on the table. And then when I turn around and look at the fridge, I only have 4 boxes left. We got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here is the rainbow. And I call it the rainbow. You'll see other people do it a little bit of different ways, but it still is the same thing. I call it the rainbow. Oh, sorry, step number 4 says, write the new whole number down. I wrote the new whole number down. So I have already done steps 1 through 4. Step 5 is called the rainbow. I call it the rainbow because I do this. 3 plus 1 is 4.
That's a half word.
3 plus 1 is 4. You add the denominator and the numerator. 3 plus 1 is 4. You just bring it with you, like a pot of gold at the rainbow. Now, some other people, you'll see them write, okay, 3 over 3. Because the denominator is 3. So what you did is you opened up that box of pizza and you saw, oh, there's 3 slices in here. So you have 3 over 3. The only reason why I don't like writing it like this is because what kids do is they say, okay, Miss Sanders, 1 plus 3 is 4. But then for some reason, kids always say 3 plus 3 is 6. We don't change the denominator. But for some reason, when I write it like this, kids always accidentally add the denominators. That's kind of why, this is how you'll see it explained on most things on the internet. I personally like to just say, do the rainbow. 3 plus 1 is 4. My denominator stays the same. 3 plus 1 is 4. I call it the rainbow, and you guys will automatically think, okay, 3 plus 1 is 4. My denominator stays the same. Now it says number 6, denominator denominator stays the same. Number 7, second fraction stays the same. This second fraction just stays the same. He just comes right along with you. Now these guys, I'm sorry, but I don't care about them anymore. These guys are done. This is my new fraction. These guys over here are done. I borrowed from my whole number and then I did the rainbow. And then this fraction just stays the same. And now I can subtract. Now you might say, but Miss Sanders, this is a bobblehead. Yes, it is. And if you fixed this, you would get 5 1/3 that we started with. Right now I want a bobblehead because I need to subtract. So now I subtract. What is 4 minus 2?
2.
Oh, I wrote that too close. 2. My denominator stays 3. And what is 4 minus 1?
3.
There is my answer.
That was easy.
It's easy, but what confuses kids, I'll tell you what confuses kids. The rainbow part, like you'll forget that you're adding and I don't really know, but the only reason why most videos like Math with Mr. J, Khan Academies, they will do this.
What?
Which is the same thing. You took a whole number away and you put it as a fraction. Isn't 3 over 3 the same thing as 1?
Yeah.
Yes? 3 over 3. Yeah, we've done that before. 3 over 3 is the same thing as 1. Just like 5 over 5 is 1. 99 over 99 is 1. So what they do is they go, okay, we're going to take away a whole and put it back up as a fraction. Which this is fine, but the only reason why I don't like teaching it like this is because kids will say, okay, I got my whole number 4, I'm good. 1 plus 3 is 4. Got it, Miss Sanders. And then for some reason, it's always 3 plus 3 is 6. No. Your denominators don't change. That's the only reason why I don't necessarily like writing it like this, because for some reason, kids always add the denominators, and I don't want you to. Okay? So that's kind of why I teach it by calling it the rainbow. You do the denominator plus the numerator. And I start down here and I say 3 plus 1 is 4. And then my denominator stays the same. So let's now do one in our math diaries together. And I'm going to keep recording the video so that way I'll post this so that way you guys can use this to help you, okay?
Do you have math boxes there?
We do. Yeah. Yep. Right there. Okay, so let's write this one down in our notebook. So we all have the notes right here. I'm going to turn my page. I have to write on the back. If you have a little bit of room, you guys know I just write big so you guys can see it. Now, like I said, today you will not need to worry about common denominators. The common denominators will be done for you. But you will have to do the rainbow. And that's another thing I like is you'll hear me say, you know, hey, on this problem there's going to be a rainbow. And that automatically tells you, I know what I got to do. Okay? Most people will call it with borrowing, regrouping. I just like to call it the rainbow. I think it's easier. So let's write this one down in our book. Let's try 6 and, I don't know, 3 eighths minus 2 and 7 eighths. Let's write this one down. So we're writing this one down in our notebook. Let's do 2 in our notebook, and then we're just going to practice these today. We're going to have a talk break after this because this is a hard, like I said, this is probably tied for number 1 with the hardest things that you're going to do this year.
What's going to be the hardest?
Multiplying mixed fractions is a little tricky. It's not too bad, but it's a little tricky. So those are the 2 hardest things, in my opinion, that kids have a hard time with, even adults, because it's a lot of steps. Okay? Now, fractions, you guys will see, like if you do carpentry work,
which carpentry is like if you like to remodel houses. If you want, that is an amazing job to have. Like redoing a bathroom, redoing your living room, or building stuff. You can make your house beautiful, and it's a really good job. But yes, you have to do fractions in that. Okay? All right. Miss Sanders, do we have a common denominator?
8.
Yes. All right. Who can read me step number 2? Chelsea, go ahead.
Step number 2 is you can't subtract the numerator.
Can we do 3 minus 7?
No.
Can't do that. All right. So what is step number 3? Stefan.
Step number 3 is borrow from the whole number and subtract 1 and drop 1.
Okay, so borrowing from the whole number. What is 6 minus 1?
5.
5. Now notice, you guys, I am giving myself a lot of room in between my old and my new. Give yourself a lot of room. You do not want your work to be so crunched that you don't know what your new fraction is. Give yourself a good amount of space. Notice I'm giving myself a lot of space. Now remember, you took away a whole pizza and you throw it back as a fraction if you want to. I like to call it the rainbow. So I do 8 plus 3. What is 8 plus 3? 11. And what's my denominator? 8.
This is so easy.
I do 8 plus 3 is 11, and my denominator stays 8. Like I said, I could have said, and I'm going to write this down, but I don't want you to. So I'm going to write it in pencil so I can erase it. In some of the other YouTube videos, you might see where they say, okay, 8 over 8. Yes, that's exactly what we did. We took away the pizza box, and we put it back as a whole number, which is 8 over 8. My denominator is 8. What is 8 over 8 equal to? 1 whole. So 3 plus 8 is 11. My denominator stays 8. The only reason why I don't like doing that is because kids accidentally add the denominators. So 8 plus 3 is 11. My denominator stays 8. Now the rest of this is easy. My second fraction, he's just like that best friend that comes along. Doesn't ask, it's like Dory, doesn't ask any questions, just goes right along with you. This one just comes right along with you. They don't ask any questions. They're just like, whatever you did up there, that rainbow stuff, whatever, I just get to come right along. Now I can subtract. What is 11 minus 7? 4. My denominator is 8. And what is 5 minus 2?
3.
Now, I can reduce this.
But we're not going to reduce today.
I am not super focused on reducing. However, it is a good idea to always practice it. What's half of 8?
4.
So this fraction is half. 3 and 1/2 is another way to write that, because you could have divided them both by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now, like I said, you guys, I encourage you to try to reduce, because what happens is on a big test like iLearn or even a testing class, you might say, Miss Sanders, I have done this like 100 times. I know for sure my answer is 3 4/8, and it is not an option. And I will say,
Not that day.
I can't really do much. I can't tell you, reduce. I can't do that. Most of the time, it just means that you need to reduce. Okay, let's try one more like this. Then we'll take a talk break. Let's try one more. Let's sit down, boys. We don't need to be dancing. And you need to stop talking so much. Okay, let's do 8 and, 5, 6 minus 3 and 2, 6. So like I said, today, oh wait, that one works. Hold on. Wait, I gotta switch the numbers. Sorry. That one did, that's why you're always supposed to write a pencil.
do 2 and 5.
Now, like I said, today only you will have a common denominator. I'm trying to make it an easy way to get to you. Otherwise, we'd have to find a common denominator first, which we already know how to do that. That's not actually hard. But for today, let's just keep the denominator easy peasy. All right, let's look. I have a common denominator. Can I do 2 minus 5? No. Borrow from my 8. What does my 8 become? 7. And then do the rainbow. I don't know why I think of an old thing called Reading Rainbow. It was like a commercial, and they would be like, the Reading Rainbow. And that's what I always think of. Oh, yeah, think of Lucky Charms. Okay, so what is 6 plus 2? 6 plus 2? 8. My denominator is 6. And my second fraction just comes right along. He does not care. He just rides along with it.
From Jimmy Neutron. That's Jimmy's friend.
Okay, nope, let's keep focused on this. Right? We're going to stay focused on this. Because right now, some of us have had way too many tallies today. Okay, what is 8 minus 5? 3. What's my denominator? 6. And what is 7 minus 3? 4. Yay! Now this can be reduced. What's half of 6?
What's half of 6?
3. So this is the same thing as 4 1/2. Halves are usually pretty easy. I would have divided 3 divided by 3 and I got 1. 6 divided by 3 and I got 2. The biggest thing, you guys, is you have to remember to take away that 1 and then do the rainbow. Okay? So I will make sure